hello. It is just me at the moment, I'm afraid. Effect is, somewhat being Effect. He might be joining us in a little bit, but he might be a little bit late. Later than this stream already is, but don't worry about it. Hi, Bulbu, nice to see you. Jackal, holy shit, 52 months is absolutely insane, and I really appreciate that. So much. So thank you. Hey, Griff, hope you got some dad jokes ready for today. Hope everyone's had a good week. Apologies for the week off. It's good 2 weeks then, actually. Yeah, it's been a week off. Tad's here. Hey, Tad, hope you're doing good. Hope we got some creative juices flowing, because I am on my own right now. And Effect has the brain cell today, so you know what? We're just gonna be going for it. We are just gonna be trying our best. Try and get back into the flow of things. It has been a minute, and I do apologize for that. Like I said, we just had some stuff going on in our personal lives. But yes, apparently I can't spell edible either. Jesus Christ. Ooh, a theme of dad jokes I would like. You know what? No, I think just surprise me. Surprise me, Griff. I trust you. I don't know how much trust I should be putting, but I trust you. They're always funny. So. Okay, right. We made some people a couple weeks ago. We've made, hello, hey, not Barnacast. I can only hazard guess as to who that might be. Thanks for the follow, man, appreciate it. We did people a couple of weeks ago. We've done some animals the other week as well, and it feels only right that we now rotate onto plants, trees, flowers, other plants, and crops. Crazy. Creative juices, counterpoint. What if I'm currently engaged in a battle to the death with my brain that desperately wants to nap? Oh boy, Jackal, if you need to take a nap, buddy, take a nap. I really appreciate you showing up and showing your support for stream, but like, definitely put your personal needs first. Please, please, please. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. It's definitely more important. I appreciate you hopping in and saying hi, but yeah. Please look after yourselves, guys. And this action will have consequences. Oh man, Griff, did I just trigger your your NPC action will have consequences card? Wrong account, BRB. Okay, not Barnacester. I have a feeling I know who you're going to be coming back as. Appreciate the extra follow anyway, getting us towards that 500 follower goal, which if you guys weren't here last stream, I'll actually reiterate that now. I got bullied by chat. No, I'm joking. I got persuaded by chat last stream that if we get to 500 followers, or I suppose when, hopefully, well, let's say when, we'll be optimistic. When we get to 500 followers, I will be doing an 8-hour mega stream going over all of the content that we've made in the Colabria project so far with Effect, possibly even getting a couple of other people to jump in and out and do some voicing. It's going to be a nice, fun, massive stream, 8 hours, start to finish, not including breaks. So if we take any breaks during the stream, we'll be taken out of the 8-hour timer, we'll be pausing the clock for those. So, yeah, something to look forward to. So grab your friends, get them to come follow along. And once we get to that point, we'll be doing a big recap. We have also started posting over on social media. We started picking up some TikToks and YouTube shorts. I believe the third TikTok should have gone up at 8 o'clock British time today. It will be going up on YouTube shorts after this stream. They're timed just very slightly differently. But do go and check those out as well if you fancy it. Just some voice acting bits, you know, nice and fun. I want to tell you a joke about a girl who only eats plants. You've probably never heard of her before. That's good, Griff. That's really good. I like that. Nah, it's not an I need sleep nap. It's a you're depressed, go to sleep nap. Oh, in that case, Jack, we'll stay up and be depressed with the rest of us. No, I'm joking. Oh, am I? No, be with us. Hopefully this stream cheers you up a little bit. Chat with the guys in chat. Hydrate, I shall. And be proud of me, by the way, today, guys. I am actually hydrating with water. With actual water, and I'm pronouncing the T specifically for you non-Brits as well. So there we go. Thank you very much. And yes, welcome back, Banner. Let's try and have a nice light-hearted, nice little fun stream where we can just chill out. We can make some plants. We can make some flowers, some trees. Have a good time. Chat with each other, catch up. I think today needs to be a chilled out day. You know? I've certainly had a busy one so far. So for anyone who doesn't know what the vibe, hydrating with Monster is a vibe, that's what I used to do. And it's totally not just because I am completely out of Monster that I am not hydrating with Monster. No, actually, I've stopped drinking caffeine past like 7 o'clock at night, so I am off caffeine right now, guys. Crazy. Being like somewhat healthy, it's not very normal. But yeah, so for anyone who hasn't checked out all this document before, this is a very, very long document. We have a lot of stuff. I'll show you guys some examples. So this is an example of some of the trees we have. So we have some inspiration for Minecraft here. These were made before, a long time ago when we were doing the Tempest Marshes. Of just some fun little trees. So we have a name, and then we have a description, any fun things to do with them. I can scroll right up, and we can have a look at some of the more detailed ones here, resilient crops, etc. We also have things that, where they're harvested, what's normal for them, if they have any potion effects, if they can have any fun little things like that. Some of these are more dangerous than others. So yeah, like this one can be used to make poisons, and to mask flavors in potions, you know? We have quite a lot of fun little things that we've been making here and there. I figured let's start on a new area today. Let's try and have a little bit of fun. Look at me being an adult. I know, Griff. Same, you know, the day that I started being an adult was the day the world ended, I'm pretty sure. I think we're all dead now. Are we dead? Are we in heaven? Who am I kidding? I'm gay and I'm ginger, I'm going to hell. Shouldn't say that. Said it now, though. It's fine. Can we have a plant that is a source of an energy drink? Like, it's deadly to other creatures, but you might just kind of get it. Literally coffee. You're describing caffeine in a nutshell. That's actually pretty funny. We're all dead inside, so we're halfway there. Actually a fact. I really need to get that on, you know what, maybe I'll start making some more merch these days. We've already got some merch up and available for Colabria that's available over on our website, and if you're in the US, that's in the UK, if you're in the US, then there's some stuff available on the Streamlabs, but we do have some quotes. I'm tempted to start doing some quote ones again. It's been a long time. Maybe we'll make a quote thing again, and we'll do a, doing fine but dead inside t-shirt or something. That could be kind of fun. But yeah, we can make like an energy drink plant, and I feel like it makes sense for that to be in the human domain, right? So a little quick rundown on the area that we're going to be looking at today. We're doing this. This is where we made some of the animals the other week for the Cerulean Coast. I figured seeing as we did the animals here already, we might as well just continue on. You know, why not? And we also did the people over here as well. So let's just keep going. Effect will fix it in post t-shirt. I feel like that would be a great t-shirt. You know what? Keep the ideas coming. I'll start jotting them down and we'll start looking at things. Live Last Toaster Bass has already been taken. It has. I have actually seen that on a t-shirt before. I'm not up for stealing other people's things, you know. But the effect will fix it in post is definitely a good one. Maybe I should put that on a notebook or something. It'd be quite ironic. Magical coffee, the kryptonite of dreamweavers everywhere. Yes, so true. Okay, so we're gonna be focusing on... This is the... basically where humans came from, the Cerulean Coast, which if we have a look on our world map today, is right here. It's in the middle, or what is normally drawn as the middle of the maps, but that's only because the humans are so spread out and far and wide and had an empire that expanded all the way to the Blue Scale Meadows, Eros Rises, Eternal Plains, and Jade Maya. Obviously they are the biggest guys, so they kind of chose where the center of the map was going to be, and obviously humans being humans decided they were going in the middle of it. But they do have excellent trade routes with over here in the Blue Scale Meadows and Jade Mire, as well as they're starting to try and trade with the elves, but they have a bit of a rocky history. They don't get on particularly well with the Scarus Peaks, where a whole bunch of ex-pirates who used to, you know, raid their ships now have a kingdom. But yeah, so human civilization, I'd say we've got a pretty varied climate here. If we have a look at our map here, we have the Hunter's Playground, where there's a lot more like hunting stuff. Think more traditional British forest or European forest, like medieval times vibe. We have some nice big plains for crop growth, so we're definitely going to need some crops here, as well as some more frozen areas and frozen forests as well. So we have so many places and a lot of water. We can do some water plants. It's gonna be crazy. Okay, what did one British... Oh, cheese growth, okay. Hold on, I'm prepared. What did one British succulent say to the other? Hello, mate. I hate that. That's more like... It almost sounds more Aussie, but I appreciate it. If you do have an energy drink plant, you could also have one group of people whose religion forbids them to consume it for reasons. I kind of approve of that, I'm not gonna lie, Jackal. It's kind of funny. It's kind of... I mean, technically Dreamweavers wouldn't want to consume it, right? Because Dreamweavers literally gain their power from being able to access the dream. So... Dreamweavers everywhere be dodging that caffeine. Dreamweavers are like our magicians, for anyone who doesn't know. They're our magic users of this world, our arcane users. They are people who are able to access the greater dream, which is the ether of which all things exist in. And they do so by taking control of their dreams, becoming lucid, and being able to peer through the veil. And that gives them their arcane powers. It's the cure for dream fever too. It makes you have intense nightmares. Hunter's Playground sounds like a good place for carnivorous plants. I feel like I think it would be kind of fun to add a couple of carnivorous plants in there. Like right now it's relatively safe. I mean, there's some predators there, but you know, they're kind of kept in check by the nobles the nobles people who kind of run the area. So I think having some plants that are like a little bit less easy to keep in check would be quite fun, Bana. I agree. I'm just imagining a plant where it gives you an energy boost but also leaves you drunk. Would be a Jaeger bomb plant. Okay, right, this is so many ideas and I'm loving it already. Okay, so for this caffeine plant, do we want it to be like a wild growing kind of like harvest type deal? Like forage for it type deal? Or do we think that they've actually monopolized on that and they have like started growing it in larger batches? What's the vibe? Like, are they planting fields of this stuff? Or what's happening here? And we do need to discuss, what are they making alcohols out of? What are they making their ales out of? Are we using like grains? Are we gonna make some grains for this area? The Kamarians, for example, have something called wormroot, which they can make a kind of ale out of that makes you feel like really cold inside. It's really weird. Grains are vital for human history, so I definitely think we should have some kind of crop like that. Is this a bit like a poppy seed or a coca plant? Like a cacao? Yeah. Ooh, I started so bad on that. Okay, so let's think about the caffeine plant first. Caffeine plant. We already said that they definitely have a starch crop that we need to name still. Visually indistinguishable from the spudling, but simply a natural occurring animal. For anyone who doesn't know what a spudling is, we actually, that's something we came up with before. They're like little mushroom guys. The little mushroom guys who get really angry with you if you try and pick them. Which is really cute, but we need to name those. But let's think about, right, let's I'm gonna just copy and paste this real quick. Don't worry, we'll go up to there and we'll edit those later. So, potato plant needs a name. What are we calling a potato in this world, basically? Little mushroom fungi? Yeah, let me actually find the, Control F. Spudling. God, where did I actually put it? Oh no, wait, it was in the creatures document, wasn't it? Let me grab that document real quick. We're just gonna ignore how many documents we have. This is painful. Fauna. Okay, right, let's have a look. There it is. Okay, right, here's our little spudling. This is what a spudling is, for anyone who wasn't here in the episode where we did this a couple of weeks ago. They are small mushroom-like creatures that are potato-shaped-ish that move around slowly eating decaying matter. When eating, they go completely dormant and do not move, making them indistinguishable from a plant. If someone tries to pick them whilst they are dormant, a puff appears... a puff appears and puffs up. That's really weird. A face appears and puffs up. I can read. Dyslexia. In an angry way, once they have filled their cheeks, they exhale a puff of poisonous spores that make you really nauseous and need to throw up for 1d4 hours. Baby spudlings are called spuddles, and when it does this puff of spores, the spores have a chance to root and create more spudlings. They're adorable. Bit of an aside, but the energy drink plant talk reminds me that I should just have a coffee instead of being depressed and tired, and I absolutely nailed the cappuccino I made, so life is worth living again, I guess. I mean, I'm glad you found something to live for, buddy, but like, I'm a little bit concerned as to how low the bar's gone. If you need to chat, you know I'm about. Obviously not right now, but like after stream, send me a message. To be fair, you could have your cabinet plant that is effective as an energy boost, but has a 50-50 chance of a side effect of ending up drunk or with drunk-like effects. I actually kind of like that idea, what like mix the two basically. Oh, okay, I vibe with that. And is this one that they grow as a crop, or is this just like a plant that they harvest? This is the big question. Can we have real white vegetables here? Yeah, we can have real white vegetables here. We like making them a little bit fun though, giving them a slightly different name or giving their appearance something a little bit more fun. Like we have Scarred Squash, for example, in the Scars Peaks. Has a little bit more of a, like a rigid kind of look to it. Yeah, and maybe the other regions rely so much more on much more exotic food because cultures might rely on agriculture so much. Yeah, so the idea is Prain is kind of in control of the naval trade when it comes to edible goods. Mainly because they still are very close with the Blue Scale Meadows, which is a massive area for growth. Like they grow a hell of a lot of crops that the whole world uses. So the Cerulean Coast and the Blue Scale Meadows are in some kind of alliance that allows the Cerulean Coast to handle pretty much all naval trade for the Blue Scale Meadows in getting all of the food around the place that they want to deliver. So they are like kind of on top of things on that. Make it rare to find. It only grows in the wild and it's hard to find because of poaching. I love that. Okay, so we're gonna make it a plant then. So it is... Okay, a caffeine plant. We'll decide on what it looks like. What does it look like, guys? What does it look like? What features does it have? Does it look a hell of a lot like another one? Is it perhaps... Does the plant itself have a 50-50 chance of making you super drunk, or are there two plants that look very similar, one that makes you drunk and one that's caffeine? What's the idea here? Over the potatoes, spud loaf, that's adorable. Oh, that's so cute. Oh yeah, we're calling them that. Also the fact that, like, I always called you Tato, like, instead of Tad. And my brain just makes you think you're the potato guy now, Tad. I'm sorry, it will just always be that way in my head. I can't help it. Okay, do we want to give a set amount of time? Okay, so far for the caffeine plant that we're going to say, yeah, it's hard to find because of poaching. I've said because of foraging, but yeah, because poaching normally applies to animals, I'm going to say foraging on this side. So I said a caffeine plant that is relatively rare to find due to how many people forage for it. When cooked down with a liquid, it gives a boost of energy for, do we want to do like caffeine like 6 hours? Because caffeine stays in your system for approximately 6 hours after it's been consumed. Fun scientific fact of the day. We learn things here. Or do we want to just do like a 1d4 hours, 1d8 hours? We could do 1d8 hours, which could really mess people up, to be fair. Just imagine if like you need to sleep or something. Wild. If the coffee plant is rare, maybe we can have a creature used by the people to find them, like truffle pigs. I vibe with that, Tad. That's a really good idea. Each plant contains 100 milligrams of caffeine per leaf. Okay, so is it the leaves that we boil down? Is it the leaves that contain the caffeine? We're learning more about the plant here. Okay. Okay, when the effects wear off, there is a 50-50 chance of... is it a drunk effect or a hangover effect? Ooh, Bonner, I like the distinctions there. Small, medium, large. Okay, so for a number of hours relative to size. Then we'll put in brackets. Can't type. I actually can't type today. Okay. Okay, there we go. And if your character has ADHD, then it has a chance of making you sleepy. Okay, we're not gonna add that in. That's too many mechanics that I'm trying to buzz around my head right now. But I'm liking this so far. So yeah, when the effects wear off, are we doing it that there's like a chance that it makes you feel drunk, or is there a chance that it makes you feel like you have a hangover? Which one are we doing? Give me a vibe. Which one are people leaning towards? Which one do people prefer? Because I kind of like both. I could actually do that thing where like I'm actually a person who's on Twitch and actually like make a poll, but that's also like a lot of effort and I'd rather just chat to you guys. Hangover sounds worse than feeling drunk and feels like it could be a side effect. I'd say hangover making people irritable, equal chance of both. Okay, so 50 of incurring another effect. I'm gonna put 50-50 D2 so we can flip a coin. We have got flip a coin systems in this. Making it just, this is just super random. Like, it's a really good effect and makes you high alert. What I can do is I can actually make this give you, the boost of energy could give you a boost in your awareness checks. So if we think about the stat system, for anyone who doesn't know the stat system, we're gonna hop over to the website right now. So the lore index, the Calabrian system, and the stat system. So if we have a look here, we have, so in terms of like stats, right? We've got awareness, which is about like basically noticing things more. I feel like maybe we'll make it like actually give you a really good benefit, so it makes you really want to use it, but at the same time it has like very negative effects, a chance of a very negative effect. It sounds like the crash after a sugar rush, the hangover feeling, oof. You make it too risk-free, people will min-max using it. That is so true, Bana. So we're gonna do this. I can't type another either. Okay. So I'll make it have a fun effect about like, obviously, you don't need to sleep during that time. Sorry, Tad, you're being cornered by auto mod there. A coffee junkie build sounds hilarious. Well, there are some of the classes that I'm working on do actually have resistances. There's one that's like a herbalism's based one in the Outlander class block. It's a subclass of Outlander. And I think I was making them have like a natural resistance to poison and stuff. So technically I guess you could be a herbalist and potentially just be a coffee junkie, which could be really funny. You're right, Tad. Smelling so rage anyway. Thank you. Thank you. From a dyslexic person, I appreciate that. Okay, makes you feel drunk for how many hours should we say you feel drunk for? And how many hours do we say you feel not like hungover for? We go with like a 1d4, because that can really ruin your day, especially in D&D. Well, not D&D, in a TTRPG. We could say 1d4. We could do size-based. I feel like that's overcomplicating it again. Or should we say for a number of hours equal to size as above, maybe? Just do it the exact same, which could be horrific, but also really funny. Okay, it's a 6-hour boost roughly, so 4 drunk and 2 hungover. Okay, so we'll do like a set number. So hungover for 2 hours, drunk for 4 hours. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna highlight these for reasons. I'm then gonna, so I'm working on a page right now. I don't think it's actually up on here yet, no, it just says coming soon. I'm working on a page at the moment for all of the status effects, right, that you can suffer in the game. So I'm working on all of those presently, so we'll make one that's drunk and one's hungover, and one's caffeine. That way I think it's going to be a little bit easier for me to figure out, but this is just to remind me that I need to make status effects for these that are explained in the rules. So that's fine. You gain the drunk condition for 4 hours. Okay. I'm actually gonna type that. we better make it pretty strong, right? Because we want to make people really want to use it and thus really want to suffer the consequences. I'm going to say +8 to awareness checks for the time and makes you immune to any thing that might otherwise put you to sleep. Perfect. Makes it pretty strong. Okay, so how's this sound? A caffeine plant that is relatively rare to find due to how many people forage for it. When cooked down with a liquid, it gives a boost of energy for a number of hours relative to size. Small 1d8, medium 1d6, large 1d4. This gives you a passive +8 to awareness checks for the time and makes you immune to anything that might otherwise put you to sleep. When the effect wears off, there is a 50-50 D2 coin chance of incurring another effect. Should this effect occur, there is another 50-50 D2 coin chance for each effect. Aha, we're learning. One gives you the drunk condition for 4 hours, the other gives you the hangover condition for 2 hours. Does this make sense to everyone? Does the drunk add to charisma? That's quite funny. It's quite rare, so it's not likely they'll always have it. Yeah, exactly. Like a small plant probably only had 1 dose, a large one would have more, but it's likely protected by something or someone. True. Noxweed? Oh, I kinda like that. I kinda like that name. It's not a guaranteed negative. There's a 50-50 chance of gaining a negative effect. If you get the negative effect, then there's 2 different negative effects you could incur. Which I think kind of makes sense. I'm gonna make the hungover condition and the drunk condition at the time. Yeah, so it's not like a guaranteed negative, but it's a strong chance of you incurring a negative effect. Makes you think twice, you know, that's kind of the idea. But the fact that it can stop things from putting you to sleep, including manifestation or magic, and like any other thing, like you won't need to sleep for the time that you're dealing with it, and giving you a massive +8 to awareness checks is insane. Okay, so what does this plant look like? What are we thinking? Is it the leaves? I know someone said about leaves, right? A cylinder, okay. Low-key can-shaped, want to be more like coffee. Does this also make you immune to sleep potions or effects if you can't sleep? Yes, so that's the idea. It makes you immune to like anything that would otherwise put you to sleep. Which is insane. Whoa, okay, ideas. Lid that opens to let prey in. Oh, are we saying this is like a carnivorous plant? Collecting the contents without harming the plant might be really hard, maybe. I like that idea. So like you have to kind of know what you're doing to not accidentally kill the plant, which would explain why it's so rare, because people who forage for it are pretty bad with it. Any consumption gives the effect, or does it need to be boiled or something? So I've said, when cooked down with a liquid, it gives a boost for energy, so essentially it has to be made similar to a potion. It could always be the juices out of the plant, but like tapping trees like maple syrup. Oh, I like that. So it's like a sap almost that comes from the plant. Because if you think about like even like flower plants and stuff, like the stems of plants do have like a sap, right? Like obviously because of where the water being brought up through the roots is going through and then turning into energy, right, and sugars. Exactly, yeah, like getting water out of cactuses type thing. Raw stuff might kill you, I love that. Okay, so consuming it raw. I'm not gonna say it will kill you, but acts like a strong poison healing damage. We'll discuss the damage later, but that's the vibe. I'm gonna have to figure out like what exactly that means. Okay. And the plant died. Okay, so this is like a semi-carnivorous plant. I mean, I guess it is a carnivorous plant. The contact with the skin may be what brings on the drunk effects, like a hallucination where you feel great, but you also have the trauma. That's rough. Okay. I think in general consuming it's the best thing, because you know humans, they try and eat everything, right? We do, let's be fair. Okay, so this energy boosting plant is so cylindrical. And holds a liquid inside that acts as a kind of caffeine when cooked down with water. It is very difficult to harvest without damaging or killing the plant. It has a small Okay. Okay. Right, I'm just gonna read this out loud. When we learn how to milk a cow somehow? Yeah, exactly. It is not a bong, Tango. Stop it. People discovered the caffeine drink part when it rained inside, making the sap less toxic. Someone was dying of thirst and drank from the inside. I love that lore note. I'm gonna write that down. Okay, so this energy boosting plant is cylindrical in shape and holds a liquid inside that acts as a kind of caffeine when cooked down with water. It's very difficult to harvest without damaging or killing the plant. It has a small flap covering the opening to trap small insects inside. And then we have the whole, it's relatively rare to find, and all the side effects of the drink, of using it, right? Hey Ghost, welcome in, hope you're doing well. Okay. Okay, we got the lore of it down, we got everything down. What if there's a plant that releases its own smoke, that has weed-like effects, and that its defense method, puffing up smoke in your face like a student with a vape? I kinda low-key love that. Okay, what are we calling that, Griff? I'm just gonna copy-paste it there. Need to get the next thing down. And is it like a plant that if you try and pick up the plant, like, is it a plant, is it a flower? Like, is someone trying to pick up the flower, and like, if you try and pick the flower, it blows smoke up in your face, or what's the vibe? What's the idea? Funny that you're doing plants when I just got back home from a horticultural society meeting. Well, damn! Alright, guys, give us some ideas. Let's go! You should be, like, prepped and ready. Pardon me, I'm dying. Don't have asthma, guys. It's not fun. And mine's been playing up. Yikes. Sounds like a mushroom. We do have a mushroom that shoots spores, the spudlings. Having flashbacks from the bamboo plants from Jumanji. The original one, not the remake. Yeah, I mean, it could be funny if we make it like a flower. Like a really pretty flower. That if you try and pull it, like if you try and like pick the flower, it just puffs smoke up in your face. I don't know, I find that kind of, that makes my brain kind of happy. What do you think, Griff? Is that an acceptable addition? The amusing thing where it looks beautiful and attractive but also aggressive. Exactly. It's like, it's just begging you to pick it, you know, to give to a loved one or whatever. And then you do it and it like attacks you with smoke. Kind of funny in my brain. I like making nice things and then ruining them. I feel like you guys have broken my brain on that over the years. I do blame you guys on that. I love a vine that was similar to that of Devil's Snare. Oh, well, the Harry Potter thing. Where it's like the more you struggle, the more it like... I'm concerned that I know this. I haven't even seen that shit in so long because I fucking hate J.K. Rowling, but like... Yeah. And I can't separate the art from the artist because the artist is still alive, so... Until she dies, I ain't separating shit. That's a mini rant, apologies. It's like a person with short person's drift. God fucking damn it, man. Okay. Okay, what does the puff of smoke do? Is it just annoying? Oh my god, we have a Cam. Hey Camus, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good. Welcome in. BDSM one, god damn it, Ghost. We're not calling it that, but we can make that. It's all good. Hello, mate. All sound here. I'm doing okay. I'm doing a lot better than I was the other week. So, baby steps, right? Baby steps. Small, pretty, but feisty and packs a punch. I feel like that just describes me, except minus the pretty part. True part. Thanks, bud. I think it was your quote that went up on TikTok, maybe, as well, Cam, today. Potentially, I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to go double check. Sounds incredible as always. Don't be putting yourself down, but I'm so good at it, Bana. We've been putting stuff on TikTok as of Monday, every couple of days, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're uploading just shorts of like the voices that people do. And we just started, so we only have 3 up. I think yours went out today, potentially? Or it might be going out on Monday. I think it's gone out today. But yes, we do have a TikTok. Don't worry, I do still quote you in there. I put the credits at the end, so people still know it's you. Don't you worry, I got you. I need to put the YouTube short out later, because for some reason I didn't queue properly on that, but like, that's fine. It's by the by. Okay, so really pretty flower that when picked releases a puff of smoke-like stuff into the face of whatever picks it. Okay. This smoke, I feel like it should maybe just be annoying. I don't feel like it should do anything bad, like maybe it just blinds you for like a minute or something. It's not like mega bad, it's just kind of like it's just kind of mean. And I find that kind of entertaining. So that's what we gonna do. Okay, cool. What does this really pretty flower look like? Okay, we've got the statistics of it down. I think it'd be better for the flower to be wide and puffy or long and bell-like. Oh, I like the long and bell-like. Like almost tulip-esque, but a bit wider maybe? Or like, foxglove-esque, if you guys know plants. I'm just throwing some out there that I know. Blee-like. Yes, I can type. Fucking dyslexia. Long, and looks like an upturned bell. Kind of like that. Fluffy look to it to make you want to stroke it, but then it lets off some... Oh, what if it has that like velvety almost texture to the petals? You know how like inviting that can be to like want to just like touch it and see what it feels like? Like it's super, super soft. Just give even more of a reason to want to touch it. Looking into the inside of the flower, it's like staring down the barrel of a tiny rifle. I actually love that, Tad. Incredible. Like, incredible. No notes. I mean, I will note it down, but no notes, you know? Oh my god, I actually can't spell today at all. Jesus Christ. Does it have quite a thick, like, stem then, maybe, to, like, hold the smoke in, almost? I like to plant my herbs in alphabetical order. People ask me, how do you find the time? I say it's right there next to the sage. God damn it. I approve. I approve, Griff. That was a good joke. That was a good one. Keep them coming. Keep them any dad jokes welcome. Reminds me the other day I was playing some League of Legends. I know, shoot me. That's how depressed I've been. No, I'm joking. I was playing some League of Legends with some guys, and the servers went down, so we got stuck on, like, the loading screen for ages, but we could type. And so we just started, like, making bad jokes, like, with the randoms that we had on the team, because there's only 3 of us, and it was against 2 randoms. And we had 2 randoms on the team, and we just started making really bad jokes, and they actually joined in. I was impressed. I'm not that good at League, but I appreciate the thought. Okay, I'm gonna say it has a relatively thick stem to hold the smoke, like, substance. Okay, do we think there could be any alchemical uses for this? Like, maybe if you can harvest the smoke somehow, it can do something. Ooh, quick Google search sets up a word that I cannot pronounce for the life of me, so I'm gonna simply put into Google. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Like this kind of vibe. Ooh, I like that, but like more barrel. more gun barrel in the middle. Maybe it blinds not just the eyes, but also magic. Ooh, maybe it can be... Well, yeah, we could maybe turn it into some kind of, like, effect. Potion or... I don't know what. That could potentially, mute magic for a period. I do like that kind of vibe, though. That's a pretty good... I'm gonna... do that, and then we have it as, like, an example if we need it. There we go. Okay, what was the, we'll come back to that in a second. We need a name for it. Oh wait, we need a name for it. Anyone good at naming things? My chief namer is gone. Effect is not presently here. And, it is certainly not my domain. My domain is just chatting shit and trying to keep you guys interested, I guess. I don't really know what my domain is these days. Imagine putting your jacket breast pocket and using it like a clown squirt flower. That'd be so funny. You can turn it into a smoke tablet that can help you escape a situation. Oh, like almost like a smoke potion that you could just chuck on the floor, like a smoke bomb. Oh, I kind of like that. Okay, so if done carefully, you can harness the smoke in a bottle and to make a potent smoke bomb. I like that vibe, that's really funny. What do we need named? We need to name this thing. Okay, I'm gonna read it out to you now. And also, you're in a siege game, absolutely fair, but also, are you doing okay? Which character limit said no? Oh boy. Type it out again, maybe in 2 bits. Or put it in the World of Colabria Discord page and I'll have a look at it from there. I feel like it needs to be one that acts like a flare now. Okay, right, so this thing we need naming is a really pretty flower that when picked releases a puff of smoke-like stuff into the face of whatever picks it. This smoke blinds whatever picks it for 1d4 minutes. This flower is long and looks like an upturned bell with a soft texture that is visibly appealing and indicated in its appearance. Looking into the flower, it looks almost like looking down the barrel of a tiny rifle, leading to a relatively thick stem to hold the smoke-like substance. If done carefully, you can harness the smoke in a bottle and distill it to make a potent smoke bomb. You need a name. Any names, anyone? I just like that so far we're just making plants that, like, trick people. It's honestly a vibe. Oh my god, Ghost, right? Yeah, character limit, I see what you mean now. Okay. Power bang, small shrub. Oh, Jesus. Okay, this is going to take me a second. I'm going to just mischat for a second. Small shrub that has red rounded leaves with a single yellow stripe down the middle. That then flowers into the stems, which are also yellow. It has a vibrant multicolored flower, blooms that are spiral shaped, and when it goes to seeds, it explodes to fire. The seeds are round, but the seed of the exploding is so great it can temporarily deafen anyone within 3 meters, or like a shotgun. The seeds are small and spiky and stick to fur and fabric that it comes into contact with, and it grows up to 4 meters high. It has a spread of 10 meters wide. The use of the seed pods have been used to form distractions as the bigger the pods. Simple brushing past or dropping them on the floor, similar to how a firecracker works when tossed on the ground. A firecracker plant? I love that. Okay, we're doing that. Wait. I copy and paste a small section of this so we can. Oop. Okay. You know what? I don't know why I'm typing when I can just copy and paste this and then just change the font afterwards. Because I don't have a brain. And if I did have a brain, I'd be dangerous. So I like to think I'm doing everyone a favor. And yes, that is my excuse. Okay. Perfect. Size 11, because for some reason it doesn't want to be a normal size. That and that. Nailed it. Okay, I love that, the ghost. That's brilliant. I imagine the smoke would actually be spores, making creatures inhale the spores and then stumble about, coughing them up all over the forest. That's cool. Okay, and cause coughing fits. Love that. Busy cooking will help by name afterwards. Foxweed. I like that. Anyone? Yeah, so the flashbang thing, yes. Sounds like the dynamite tree. I love it. We're just making the forest that fucks with people, it feels. I mean, this doesn't even necessarily just have to be the forest. Like, this could be everywhere. I kind of like that. It's kind of funny. These kind of sound like plants you'd find in the Tepiwig area, though. I mean, there's also going to be a lot of plants in the Tepiwig area that are going to be exotic and interesting, so don't you worry. We will get around to that at some point. We haven't quite done it yet, but we will get there. Have faith. Have faith. O ye of little faith. Okay, so we've already got some really fun ones. We've obviously got some, like, potato starchy crop that's indistinguishable from a spudling. Simply a naturally occurring edible crop. Okay, just finishing that one off. I could call it Lover's Haze because people kept picking it up for their crushes. Oh my god, I'm sorry, Griff, but that wins. That wins. That so wins. That's actually so cute. Jackal, you're kind of a genius. I would say don't let it go to your head, but I think you need to hear that right now. And it's true. So you better hear it and you better accept it. Because that's actually so good. Oh yeah, apostrophe, sorry. Yes. Okay. How about a simple barley-style crop, except perhaps to help with the fantasy side of things, it's grown with the help of a magical insect. Ooh, I like that vibe. Vana, let's pop off on that for a minute. Add a ... on the name until we can think of one. This barley style crop. Okay, is it love? Love conquers all, yeah. Gotta love when a paramour presents me with a decorative fantasy pepper spray for me to use on them when they get too frisky. Puts them in a coughing fit and blinds them. Actually, like, top tier. Like, if you can manage to cut it well enough, that's incredible. It is ironic saying telling people not to be so hard on themselves. Okay, look, do as I say, not as I do, Griff. Do as I say, not as I do. It's fine. Effect, oh my god, how are you doing? Did you conquer the building of the closet, was it? That I'm hoping you're not getting into. But like, did you conquer it? How's it going? Welcome in. We're just rambling about plants. I might do a quick be right back soon, in which case if you want to hop in VC with me when I do that, please feel free. Speaking of effects, yeah, we are talking about effects of things. Crazy. Okay, so simple barley style crop, except perhaps to help with the fantasy side of things, it's grown with the help of a magical insect. Vibes. What do we want to do with that? What happened to the plant in the mathematics faculty? It grew square roots. Fuck. I have completed all my jobs, I should join you soon. Wonderful, cool. I'll do a quick be right back in a couple minutes once we finish making this one, because I'm actually going to go grab another drink, because I actually finished my water. And my ass was playing up, so I kind of need to make sure I have some. So during that BRB, we'll get effect in here, and we'll have not just my voice to listen to, so that would be nice. There's enough of me on various things, and I feel like I get sick of hearing my own voice, so... Okay, that helps with a specific type of insect that is native to the Cerulean coast. Vibes. I mean, this is a kind of symbolic thing, so I'll go and write something interesting and just go for it, so you can go and get that drink now. Okay, sounds great. He's gonna do that. We're gonna take a quick be right back, and when we get back, we should have effect with us. Woo! Another voice. My voice is sometimes lovely. Right now, it's like asthma and hay fever is like making my voice hitch all the time. I really appreciate you not hearing that though. If you want to hear more of my voice, check out all the social medias, because soon there's going to be a hell of a lot more on it, because I've recorded a bunch of stuff that's currently being audio edited, so I apologize in advance. But yeah, we're going to do a quick be right back, just a couple of minutes, like 5 minutes or so. So go grab a drink, go and get whatever it is you like, and we shall see you in 5 minutes. Hey guys, look who I found. I found an effect.
God, guys,
Oh
I've
my
been
God.
lost. I've been lost in the endless hallways of the Google
The Discord,
Docs.
to be fair, of our Google Docs. Yeah, that's fucking scary.
Yeah.
We have how many Google Docs?
Docs?
There's like 100 Google Docs with like fucking so many pages.
The Colabria library is very busy, guys.
It's very, very busy. We're working on getting all the content out to the public as soon as possible. Oh, that guy? Yeah. Okay, right. Let's catch up on chat, shall we? Okay. I also made myself a hot chocolate, guys, so we're all good. Also, Flex, I saw you did say hydrate, so I'm gonna do that now for you.
I also have a hot chocolate, so it's a hot chocolate stream.
It's a hot chocolate. It's a cozy hot chocolate stream, guys. Okay.
It really is.
Griff said, if we're talking plants, we can add the Rattler's apple. It's used to brew cider, and it's a tree found in the port area where it used to keep sailors merry on the voyages across the seas. I love that. Side effect being the player starts singing sea shanties if too much is taken.
I like it.
I actually love that. I really love that. I'm gonna call that a crop. Bonner, I have seen you posted the thing, but we'll just get to the end of this real quick. Okay, so we're calling them Rattler's apples. Okay. Oh, it's a tree, sorry, isn't it? So I should put that in the tree. Well, it's a tree and a crop. We're gonna put it in trees. We'll put it in trees. It's fine. Just gonna copy and paste your chat over, because I love this, Griff. This is great. Okay. That is actually so spot on the vibe of Colabria that's incredible. Effect is coming in and I've been like... I've tried to give him a quick catch up.
Yeah.
He vaguely knows where we're at.
Roughly.
Oh, no, this... tree... Oh my god, fruit-bearing tree. Oh, I can't fucking brain. Has apples that are used to brew cider. Cool. If too much is taken. Nice, nice, lovely. I may have a can of Rattler winking at me right now, as in Rattler is in the Rattler the Cornish cider. Hashtag not sponsored, but I do drink that 0%. It's really nice. And I used to drink Rattler a lot because I was at uni in Cornwall. Fun fact, I guess, if you didn't know that about me. Oh my god, Tad's come up with an idea as well. Oh my god, we got so many ideas sweeping in. We went on break for 5 minutes, guys. I'm joking, I love this. Keep the energy up. Okay, berry plant idea. A coniferous bush with sweet berries that can be quite nourishing, but also painful to harvest, like wild rose bushes before they bloom. Ooh, I like that. So it's like you get spiked if you try and harvest them. Okay, we need a name for that one, Tad, but I do love that. I'm gonna put that in plants. Put that in crops, actually. Oh, and of course it's copied your whole thing across, not just...
What I do is I paste it into Notepad, and then I paste it into Docs.
It's okay, I can do this pretty quick now, I just accidentally did a thing.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. I posted the barley idea. Great, thank you. We'll look at that in 1 second. Help with seasickness. Oh, what, the apples help with seasickness? That's wild.
I love that.
Helps with seasickness. Okay, we're nearly caught up now, guys. Hold on. Sea nuts? Oh, no, I hate that. Don't say that. There's too many jokes. Okay. Posture check. Okay, I will do Flex. Thank you, thank you. You just saw that. Thank you.
I just sat down. I'm good.
I mean, that doesn't mean that you sat down with good posture, let's be fair.
I mean, it's fine. So.
Note for later, add a fantasy cacao plant for magical chocolate. I feel like we can do that. Maybe not in this area, but I feel like we can definitely do that. Maybe in the Blue Skull Meadows later. Rattler cider, yeah. Long, thin thorns. Oh, on the berries, long, thin thorns. Do the long, thin thorns grow, like, really close to the base of the berry? So if you want to pick a berry, you basically have to get stabbed? Is that the vibe we're going with? Yeah, bottles are different to draft, Griff, of Rattlers. I think draft is still 7% or near enough. or you can still get the 7%. I don't know if many pubs still have it. This is very off topic and random.
You're
Sorry.
writing this down, right? What we were talking about? Into the document, right?
Oh yeah. I'm just thinking about the things. Right up close to the berry, maybe they're tiny. Right, we need to look at Barna's idea. Effect, do you mind pulling that up and having and reading that to
Yes.
the group?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
It is under grains and cereals, Calabria's lifeblood, as stated by Barna. This plant can only grow with the help of an insect, insert insect here, which we can create, or use an existing one, we'll see. On its own, it can never truly germinate. This insect could function similarly to bees. This barley might require them making nests in the area to pollinate and catch potential threats. Other meaner bugs or similar. This insect is territorial and highly aggressive during the harvest. Lifespan is approximately 4 to 6 months for the growth cycle of the barley, and depending on the climate as well. They bury themselves in their nest for the winter. This is all between, it's like jumping between the bug, the animal itself, and the barley. So this barley is collected only when the insects have entered hibernation. The insects always hide during rainy days, occasionally allowing early harvest. The barley plant is primarily turned into flour due to it being overripe by the time harvest time comes around. The barley that is harvested early during rainy days is prized as a delicacy due to its rich flavor and sweet treats. That is the submission by Barna.
I love it.
Very interesting, really, really cool. So I'll also...
I've been typing a bit of the information as you've gone, but I was struggling to separate from the animal at one point, so I'll go over and add any more info in a minute. Do we have a name for this crop, Barna?
Yeah, do we have a name for the barley crop? What were we thinking?
Also, Tad, I did type it in the thing, but I love the idea of the berries that you were talking about being called ebony bristleberries. I love that. Excellent name. 10 out of 10.
No name for it yet.
No name for it yet.
Do you
Are you open?
Brainstorm it?
Yeah, are you open to suggestions? Are you opening up to the class? Are you sharing with the class?
Come forward, please.
Absolutely. Okay, wonderful. Anyone have any ideas for this? Sharing is caring, and that is Colabria after all. Exactly. We're just here to vibe, have fun, be cozy, grab a hot chocolate, or whatever it is that you guys find as a cozy drink, and make some world stuff together. What's more cozy than that? That's why I decided that the first voice line we'd put out on the TikTok and YouTube was going to be Ethel and Throwy, which is voiced by Effect, and it's all about just coming in and feeling welcome. Learning to feel welcome in a world where, everyone always has more to learn. So.
Welcome in.
Exactly that voice. Absolute fire. Love it. Okay. Oh, I just turned into such a white girl then. Ugh, shoot me.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. Honeygrass, because of its sweetness when it's first,
Honeygrass?
I like that.
I feel like honeygrass exists already.
Does it?
I know lemongrass does.
Lemongrass exists. I know about honeygrass.
So...
Someone needs to break it to say that she is in fact a white girl. Alright, I mean, as in basic white girl. I hope I'm not a basic white girl. I don't want that label. Get that shit away from me.
It does apparently.
Maybe I just need to embrace my inner white girl. I'm sorry, fact one.
There's a thing called a tropical honeygrass in real life.
Yeah, fuck
Citria splendida. Interesting. I mean, it doesn't matter that it exists. We can just make our own. Whatever.
Chat is just being so mean to me right now. And yeah, I feel like honeygrass is still a good name. I was thinking that earlier that it's always great on a Friday to come and chill in the lands of Colabria. I appreciate that, Griff. I appreciate that. Like I said, apologies for missing last week. I had some personal stuff I was dealing with. We still got some stuff done and played some SWTOR, but that's not the point.
I rarely agree with Flux, but you are in fact a basic white girl.
Ouch. She is very white, bleached almost. Oh my god, Jackal Banner. I'm a ginger. I can't help that I am in fact a fucking vampire, okay?
Talk about vampires. Should we make something about garlic?
Oh my god, yeah, we could actually. Like a foraging
yeah, I feel like
crop?
Yeah,
well, so far we have a starch crop, we have a type of barley type style crop that's somewhat sweet when it's harvested earlier on. We have some wild berries. Well, we have some berries, berry plants. Gingers are combustible. Yeah, we literally burn in sunlight. We're basically vampires. All I have to do is spend 5 minutes in the sun and I'm a lobster.
Hey, listen, all I'm getting from this conversation is that we should make a tree plant that tastes like garlic, but if you eat it, you heat up so much so that your body temperature rises.
Oh my god, that actually sounds really fun.
As if being scorched by the sun.
That actually sounds so good. Okay, yes, effect. Yes, not a crop though, that's a plant. Definitely a plant.
It's a plant, yes.
Going in the plant section.
I'm just gonna tree plant.
Oh, I just zoomed out by accident. Typical me. Failing to do simple things. Actually, what did I just do?
And maybe it grows. You know how like garlic is in cloves? Maybe this one grows in cloves too.
Okay, so right. Hold on. Slow down. Do you want to type it up? Do you have the document open?
Maybe I should. I do have it open.
There you go. Okay, I've made a space for it underneath Knoxweed. If you want to check it out and type that one out for me there. Ginger root. Oh my god, we need to do a culinary stream, which would allow us to make a ton of crops. You know what? Colabria cookbook?
We did talk about that before.
We did talk about the idea of maybe one day making a Colabria cookbook. No joke, but that's far in the future.
We even talked about doing like a cooking stream where we're like, if we ever manage to get it like at the same space at the same time, and we'll like get together and record us.
We have so many plans for the future if this ever actually takes off. No lie. There's so much stuff going on. So much stuff. We have full documents with ideas. That's why we started posting social media now. We even have ideas for like podcast formats and stuff, which could be fun. But yeah.
It's below Knoxweed, right? Yeah.
Is this a warming effect for traveling through wintry and snowy biomes? That's actually a good idea. Like maybe this, like the clove that you're making, maybe it can be super dangerous because you consume in warmer or temperate environments, but if you eat them in cold environments, it can actually help protect you from the cold.
Yeah.
When a house is built up in this realm, we haven't really talked about the houses in the Cerulean Coast, to be fair. The ones in the merchant domain, in the merchant domain and lumber domain are predominantly made of wood, though there's some stone settings for the richer buildings and walls and such, purely because that's what's more available to them. In the silver domain and the Kamarian conglomerate, it's mainly stone, because again, of the mining. But we haven't really talked about what the house is built of here. If we take a look at the map, there are plenty of mining places potentially to get stone. With the ridge here, especially as there's actually a tunnel through the mountain here that would have excavated a lot of stone. But of course we have lots of forested areas, like a lot of lumber is done up here in the Frostbite Forest, so we could potentially have some wood. We need to know what some of the trees are up in the Frostbite Forest, that's for sure, that would be used for lumber, for construction, and various other things. We definitely need construction materials. I absolutely agree, Banner. Okay, while Effect is typing out his clove plant idea, which we'll come back to as soon as he's finished. Is that cool, Effect?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna jump about a little bit. Who has a tree idea for construction that grows in a cold climate? Because that's what we're working with. Cold climate tree. I suppose the northern region would have mostly coniferous trees. Yeah, I mean, reasonably speaking, we could go with that, yeah. We could draw some inspiration from some coniferous trees. Pine, like evergreen style maybe. Both of you are on the same page. I love that. You guys are doing great. We want, yeah, so we do have the oaken, which are tree beings. Basically ants, but not copyright, you know. Which also live up in the frostbite forests and are indistinguishable from some of the other trees. The Arctic climber? Ooh. Okay, what does that look like, Griff? Paint us a picture. Or are you just throwing the name out there for someone else to paint the picture? Either way works for me. We can have like a bunch of variations of trees too. Like forests rarely just have one tree type, you know? At least natural ones. Well, let's start with like a pine evergreen maybe. I imagine that would be a very tall and thin pine, sort of climbing upwards. Ooh, we can definitely do that for this one then. Arctic climber, love that, Tad. Teamwork makes the dream work right now in chat.
Absolutely, I love to see it.
Ooh, that grows around the sides, around and up the sides of mountains. Can they root perhaps onto near vertical surfaces as well? Because that could be real fun. And like into rock and stuff. And they're literally like climbing mountains with where they, you know, grow. A lighter wood with whiter leaves or goth icky black leather to collect the light. That's kind of funny. Okay, okay, right, hold on, we type in a tall, thin tree similar to a pine that up near vertical. Okay, so near white leaves. We can make them have like a black sap if you wanted, Griff. That could be kind of cool. Okay, we're gonna say it's a softwood that's fairly light but sturdy, because it would have to be to withstand those kinds of environments, right? Thinking like logically in terms of plants here. So the climber we have sort of like wobbly looking trunk, like a willow, usually relying on the mountains and boulders to stay upright. And ones that aren't in mountains kind of bend back down. I love that. Yes. Actually love that addition, Tad. It's amazing. let's have a look at Barna's suggestion here. Cinderwood, a highly flammable tree used for its incredibly high temperatures. Okay, how fast does it burn? We have got coal bark in the Kamarian conglomerate, which takes a long time to be set on fire, but then burns for a very long time. Like, it takes forever to go out. A cinder tree is like, almost like Cinderwood, is that like the opposite of that? Like, it's incredibly high temperature, but maybe doesn't last super long. Cinder trees sound great. Like, there are a few trees of that in Australia where they're a way of terminating and spreading the seed is making themselves flammable to burn and disperse the tree. Jesus. I mean, there's nothing stopping the Arctic climbers could have a black sap that can be used to waterproof the shelters and or boats. Oh, like a tar substance? Love that, Griff. Okay, Barna, what are we thinking about the Cinderwood? Sorry, my quick question that I was asking there. I also like the idea of this wood being... Cinderwood could definitely be used to, like, set fires that can burn people's houses down, potentially. I feel like other plants around Cinderwood regions would need some countermeasures, otherwise one flash fire takes out the whole forest. Jesus Christ, whole forest. I mean, it's in a snowy area, which I guess in of itself is kind of a countermeasure, because there's not some super... Like, there's quite a lot of moisture on the ground around it. It's kind of like a natural defense, I guess, to that. And what does a cinder tree look like? Like, what does Cinderwood look like?
I feel like it would look easily flammable. I don't know why.
And say again, sorry?
I feel like it would look easily flammable.
Like, obviously very flammable? How would we portray that in terms of image?
Maybe some type of charcoal bark or something like that. Is an idea. I don't know what other people think.
What do we think, guys? I like that idea. Black as coal with silver highlights in the bark. Ooh.
There you go.
Which shows through in the rings. I love that.
I've finished writing up about the plant, the clove.
Oh, lovely. Let's scroll down and have a look. Talk us through it. Let's go.
Well, so it is a clove plant that grows on specific trees named after the herb itself. It's grey with a dark orange pearlescent hue to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like dependent on like the time of day, it can have that pearlescence to it.
Mm-hmm.
The herb is small, curved, segments. It's very basically described a garlic clove in its like the way it is.
Yep.
It has a papery shell, and it's like a pale crescent moon, hidden layers, right?
Love that.
Its surface is smooth but faintly ribbed, tapering to a point to one end where it clings to the branch. So its inside is mushy when squeezed, and it has a rich yellow-red substance that is extremely spicy. Locals and foreigners describe the feeling as if scorched by the stars when consumed. The plant is not recommended for consumption in warm environments, but is highly effective in cold climates, often bought by Comorian sailors to use in fermentation and making exotic ale. Because I remember we did
We did
like,
talk
we had
about
our
that kind
whole
of stuff. Yeah.
fermentation bars and pubs down
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
Comoria.
Yeah, they ferment a lot of stuff because due to their constantly cold climate.
Exactly. One's breath smells pungent afterwards.
Yeah, classic garlic.
And I also hinted at local folklore depicts it as a repellent for monsters.
This is a
I feel
vampire,
like-
nod to the classic vampire. I like that.
No. I like to think of like if someone wants to write a story, or even I can maybe try it, write a story where
About
there's
the
been a
folklore?
misunderstanding. Yeah, like there's been like a misunderstanding, right? Where the person that has the breath is the monster, and people run away from it. And like the person who has eaten this is confused as to why everyone's gone.
Yeah, I like that.
From their
Yeah.
perspective, a monster has taken the population. From the population's perspective, there is a monster that smells terribly, and that's kind of how the folklore.
Oh, that's
evolved.
funny. I like that. That's really fun.
Yeah.
A bit like rum to warm the body. Yeah, this plant does sound spicy. Okay, what's the name of this plant effect? Have you any ideas?
I'm not super sure. I could be very like cliche and called sun scorched. But maybe something more creative. If anyone has ideas, I'm open to it.
Throw them at us, chat. What are we working with? Any ideas for this garlic-like plant that warms you from the inside? With pale crescent moon hidden in layers. I love that, Barnett. I will note that all down in a minute. What do we need? Cam, welcome back. We need a name for a clove plant that's essentially like garlic. It's a herb, basically, that makes you feel like you're burning up from the inside. Which is helpful in cold climates, really bad in warm climates. Super spicy. Has a crescent moon kind of hidden layers. Call it ouch.
Ouch. Rummage. Nice ghost.
Yeah, rummage is definitely a contender right now.
Too bad. Char,
Char.
with
Ooh.
2 R's. I like
Chars, I kinda like. I kinda like that.
it. I do like that.
I like it.
Camus coming in with just fire.
Camus just comes in and just like goes crazy. Ginger's rage, Wild Griff. Wow.
No, that's just Saint.
It sounds like. Am I just getting bullied this stream? What's going on? I'm joking. It's with love. I understand. Sounds like Chard. Yeah, that's kind of the joke.
That's the point, yeah.
Okay, so Barnett, sorry, going back to Cinderwood. So has weeping branches that grow. Nope. Abundantly. Sorry. Oh, fuck now. I really. What am I doing? Leaves are red in summer and turn deep brown in autumn. And grow. And okay, yes, right. I'm with it. Rise out during the winter black. Okay. It burns with a
Oh yeah.
silver and gold metallic fire glow. Let's go with that. That works, right?
Ghost is right. There is an actual real plant called chard.
Yeah, chard is a thing. It's funny. Chard is a thing, but then char
didn't-
is like close but not.
Didn't even know.
Yeah.
Beet spinach is its other name.
Oh, yeah, I can read banner. I knew you said sweeping. I totally knew that. I totally am not too dyslexic to be able to understand what chat is telling me most of the time.
Ooh, good ideas all around from Camus.
It could be Dragon's Breath or Dragon's Cloves. That's pretty. That's good too. Oh, we haven't got dragons yet, so I kind of like char for now. Or Igni, Spurn. Pyros, Singe, Emma. Jesus Christ, Cam, you're like a walking thesaurus. What's going on? Cinderwood probably doesn't grow close together for reasons of not burning down the whole forest. Yeah.
Imagine someone trying to grow like a farm of these trees. It just burns down. Maybe that's why. Maybe people can't reliably harvest these or farm them, I suppose.
Yeah, like really awkward to try and farm. Oh, the Cinderwood trees seeds are called embers. I love that.
Good idea.
Known as embers. That's brilliant. Love that. It should be near trees. It's rare like an orchid. Yeah. So Cinderwood's like pretty rare. Well, it's not rare, but like it just doesn't grow super close together naturally. Which I kind of like that idea. Like it could be near other trees, just not near other Cinderwood trees. Like they tend to grow a bit more spread out. Which I really like, actually. It's pretty cool. Cool idea. Cool ideas all around, guys. We're doing amazing today. Grows in glades. Oh yeah, we could do something like that. Like other plants naturally don't grow near a Cinderwood. That could be quite fun, to be fair. We could make Cinderwood trees like pretty massive. Okay, I kind of like the idea of having them kind of grow in and create their own almost not glades, but what's it called? Is it called a glade? Like openings in forests? Is that called a glade? What's that called? My brain's blanking so hard right now. We could do it so like nothing grows beneath the branches, because if we're saying they're sweeping branches, right? Like maybe they're like naturally nothing grows beneath the branches. So there's just patches of just Cinderwood in a forest. There's plenty of plants that have been adapted to being burned down every so often in real life. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's a fair point. I mean, it'd be fairly fertile ground, or it could potentially be quite fertile ground around them. Well, near them, not really right by them. Pine trees are known to block growth underneath due to their needles, among other things, and they take a long time to break down. Yeah, Cinderwoods could be similar to that. But I like the idea that like nothing really grows beneath the branches. Maybe in like a weird like, you know how like nature like clearly understands other natural things, and like they naturally grow in ways that benefit or avoid potential damage.
Yeah, there's always a balance in nature where, like, if something is too much of something, like, there's like a whole ecosystem. That's basically what it is, an ecosystem.
Yeah, so Cinderwood, like, things just naturally don't grow beneath the branches spread. Like, nah, we're good. You have like a small radius around them where there's just nothing. Yeah, if you want a really good place for growing crops real quick, just burn a Cinderwood tree down and then just plant crops in the ashes. That's actually not a terrible idea. That's kind of cool. Maybe nearby trees are very fire-resistant types, so they're not good for firewood but great for construction. Love it. Give us some ideas, Bana. What kind of trees we want them to be? Like a hardwood. We need a hardwood. We have like a very soft wood. We have cinderwood, which is good for burning things. We need like a hardwood for construction. Right, okay, loads of ideas. Helps enrich the soil around it so you can take the soil and use it for sort of compost for growing. Oh my god, guys, you've got so many good ideas. A cinderwood tree is the kind of tree that just grow from the ashes that they create when one burns down. They just regrow. Because that could kind of work.
That can work, yeah.
Yeah, cinderwoods of Phoenix has got it. So you could just like harvest some of the ash of a previous cinderwood tree and then put it over like a plot of land somewhere and eventually a cinderwood tree will grow from it. And that's what the embers are. Like that it naturally in the ash there'll be seeds which are called embers. Dew trees, Bana, I love that. Okay, we're moving on from cinderwood because we've done so much info on cinderwood right now. Dew trees? Tress? No, trees. I can English. I English great speak, guys. Please believe me. Wait, L-E-A-K? Yes, leeks. Leeks.
Yes, that's how you spell it.
Thanks. I'm really struggling. I was like, am I accidentally typing the vegetable? Like L-E-E-K? I'm too dyslexic for this shit. Okay, so just going over what Bana just said, so we have dew trees, which tend to grow naturally near cinderwood trees as a reactionary barrier to the fires caused. They absorb water from the snow around them that leaks through the bark. When dried, the wood is incredibly strong and perfect for construction. The ancient that sounds a great gamble. It helps grow crops, but has a chance of producing new single trees. Oh, I love that, Griff. That's how you spread by unknowing foragers collecting the ash and using it as fertilizer and the trees sprout up from them. Love that. They could also grow by riversides, perhaps in a regional thing. Love that, Bana, yes. So naturally grow near bodies of water, yeah? Across the world, yeah, we can put some in multiple places, to be fair. I like that. Dew trees have spongy leaves that clump together like little lettuces. Oh, that's cute! I like that idea. So what do you want to just drain out? Yeah. Okay, good point.
I have a suggestion for chat. What do you guys think? I've been like writing stuff in the notepad. Well, it's on the side. Because I was watching the Lorax on TV. I couldn't stop
Okay.
thinking about this. It's gonna bear with me here.
No, go on.
Okay. So, a root whisker is a round, layered vegetable with a burgundy, leathery outer skin that peels away to reveal smooth, tightly packed rings beneath. When you slice into it, it releases a sharp aroma that can sting your eyes and make them water. Its roots grow above land from its midriff, making the vegetable look like as though it has a mustache, as its name implies. Raw, it has a crisp bite and a strong, almost spicy flavor. But when cooked, it softens into something more sweet and savory.
I love that. I actually love that.
It's an onion, but as the
Oh my
Lorax.
god. I hate that so much that I didn't get that. I hate that I didn't see that. Incredible description of an onion. Onions have layers.
You have layers, and just like the Lorax, this one has a mustache.
Shrek's best friend. They have layers. Unlike an onion. Onions have layers. I have caramelized onions in my food. Yeah, I love caramelizing onions when making pasta sauces if I want them to be slightly sweet. It's like so good. Anyway, that's random. The leaves are spongy texture. That's right, I'm just finishing off dew trees. I like what Griff said, and if they absorb water, does that mean that they're quite flexible and malleable until they're dried? I think is a good idea.
That would make sense logically. Yeah.
Which explains how the Comarians built their boats. There we go, now we know. The Comarians used dew trees and dew wood, where the people of Prain use dew trees and the Comarians use coalbark. Nice little differences. What kind of color is the wood of a dew tree? I don't know if we talked about that. Can we just like quickly jump to that?
What color is it?
Say again?
Did you ask what color is it?
Yeah, like what kind of color is the wood? Like what's the texture of the wood? I know the water like leaks through the bark, but like what kind of colors are we talking? What colors are the... Like I'm assuming the leaves are green like small lettuces because we talked about the spongy texture of it. That's brilliant.
What do people think of something more in line with the camouflage? Maybe it also has more greenery.
Like a slightly green wood?
Yeah. Almost like moldy. But it's wood.
I kind of like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps juice trees can have a pale green. Yep, was thinking the same thing as a fact. Like, Tad was halfway through typing out.
Yep. There you go. Yep. A bit like a willow tree, yeah.
Like that. Love that. Yeah, so the one that grows in cold climates that burns really, really slowly is, we already have one of those in the Comarian conglomerate. It's a specialist wood there called coalbark, which takes a while to be lit, but then once it's lit, it stays lit for a long time. So the Comarians use it to build their ships, because in naval warfare, anything like fire arrows, etc., take a hell of a lot longer to do damage to their ships than vice versa. Yeah, so it's one of the Comarian specialties. So we do actually have that somewhere in the world already, Bana. So they use it to build their ships, because yeah, naval warfare, like, fire's your best friend, right? Burn the ships. And they're just like, fuck you, fire's gonna take forever to burn our ships, so we'll burn yours first. It's kind of the vibe. It's actually really clever. I can't remember who came up with that idea ages ago. That was way back when.
That was like, yeah, very early on.
So long ago.
Oh, we've been doing this for a while.
We've been doing this for so long. 2022 was when I started this project. I've been doing this for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that insane? Yeah, I think the dew trees are kind of like the people of Prain's equivalent.
The closest thing
Yeah.
to that.
So like this one, like it will still catch fire because you dried it out, right? But this is really strong and malleable until it's dried, which makes it perfect for them. So it's kind of like different strengths, right? Like these ships
Yeah.
are probably a lot sturdier, like stronger, like physically. Whereas the Kamarian ships, they're more built for like stopping things like fire arrows and such from impacting their ship's hull.
Agreed.
So they both have like their bonuses and benefits. I'd say it probably puts them on par with one another in their own way. It would change naval combat a lot as well.
Yeah,
Like if you had a
depending on
Jewwood
how-
ship versus a Kolbak ship, different tactics would be needed. Like I can imagine a Jewwood ship like maybe ramming the ship even to try and deal damage to it because it can withstand the hit, whereas the Kolbak ship couldn't.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see them like almost making their ships with some ramming capabilities. I can see them making the front of the hull shaped in a way that has more surface
Like benefits
level.
it, yeah.
Yeah, distribution. So it's like
100%. And then
flattens things.
it's nicely, it would
I can
really
see this
nicely
wood-
counter the Kolbak ships of the Kamarians, because the Kamarians are just like trying to set
Yeah.
yours on fire, basically, which has its, benefits.
This.
Meanwhile,
I feel like
the
this-
people of Prane are just trying to ram your ship into oblivion.
Yeah, I also feel like this type of ship would do really well in like icebreaker environments.
Yeah,
'Cause, like,
to be fair.
north of the Cerulean coast, I can see them securing the perimeter around the entire continent.
Yeah,
like,
because it's
using
very
this
like
wood.
northern up here. If we go to the world map, it's literally like this is going to be full of ice up here. Be a very icy area. I love the idea that it's going off with the type of trees in their biome and what they can make in the area. Yeah, that's the idea. Like if you think about it logically, that's what people would have had to have done like years ago when building ships of wood, right? You wouldn't necessarily like you could import wood, but that's so expensive, and different civilizations might be a little bit like the Kamarians hold on to their coal bark like really significantly because they know how important it is for their shipbuilding and to give them the edge on the water. So certain civilizations might not want to trade certain wood, so it would make sense that they would use whatever resources they have available in their own climate to give them an edge.
We do have to be slightly careful, given what we've done with the Kamarian conglomerate.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't make something that like matches them bit by bit in like naval power.
Yeah, the Kamarians are still like the rulers of the sea, really, but
yeah, just to be like lore.
The people of Prane are the closest to them of anyone, though.
Yes.
Which is why they
Yeah,
kind of have a rivalry in that sense.
They probably would have been the offshoots that originally made.
Exactly.
Wouldn't they?
Yeah. So they're much closer in naval power to each other. And I think them both having a type of wood that has a different specialty that they can use to make their ships really just like adds to that tension, that rivalry,
Ooh, that makes the lumber domain like I can almost imagine it being like the people who kind of are around the lumber domain and like made that whole thing happen are former members of Prane.
Of like the People's Navy and like
who
stuff,
knew-
or not the People's,
yeah,
the
who
Emperor's
knew how
Navy.
to-
Yeah.
Yeah, who knew how to make like useful things out of wood with unique properties.
Yeah, absolutely. Add
Which
to the
eventually,
lore.
so much more. Yeah, this expands a bit on like, but essentially, Kamaria is what you could do when law doesn't restrict you.
Yeah, I mean that's why they are so far ahead in certain things, is because they don't really have the same legal protections of people as other places.
You don't. You just kind of protect each other.
Yeah, it's like the whole like honor among thieves, they don't steal from each other, but like if you're an outsider, you're fair game. I would imagine it would be a bit like the 100-year warranty, where there was dominant, but the skill level to the navy is what affects the outcome of the battle. Yeah, so I think it's like twofold in this world. Like it's the material of what your ship's made out of obviously heavily impacts the ship's strength. And obviously the crew is a major thing as well. I mean,
these people have specialized in specifically naval combat.
Yeah, the Scarus Peaks and the Kamarian conglomerate are super hyper specialized in naval warfare.
Yeah, there's definitely nobody that can match it.
Yeah, so absolutely, Griff.
whereas-
They have the edge on that as well.
Absolutely. No, this is really good. We've cooked some good stuff already.
We've been cooking, and no one has said
Yeah.
Effect will fix it in post today. That's kind of impressive. We've been talking about putting that on a t-shirt, Effect. That's something else you missed. Making
Well,
an Effect
I'd
will
wear
fix it in post t-shirt.
I'd wear it.
Or maybe even putting it on like a journal, you know, like a
Yeah.
it just says Effect will fix it in post. It's because we know he will fix it in post. Exactly. We don't need to say it anymore because we just know, and Effect knows.
Yeah. I have been working already on fixing what you guys did the 2 streams ago.
Yeah. He has actually seen that. He did actually watch the whole stream and catch up. So we
I
should all
did.
thank Effect for that. He's
Yeah.
a gem.
And to be fair, I've given Saint a quick lore reason as to why.
Yeah. See, he literally the next day he messaged me being like, "Oh, by the way, I've caught up on stream, and also I already have ideas on how to fix this." And I was like, "That's incredible. How? What?"
Yeah.
Which is why we know Effect will fix it in post. It's perfect.
Clip it, ship it, put it on a t-shirt.
Very effective. Oh god.
Can I ban him?
No, you can't.
Damn it.
I was gonna mod him actually.
No.
It's tempting. I'm gonna be demodding someone, so I mean, we do need a mod at some point, so we'll think about that.
We'll do a professional interview.
Yeah. I could do it in person and all. Do we? Yeah, maybe. Okay, on that note though, it has been 2 hours. We are at the ending point of our stream today. A couple of things to note. It's been great. We really appreciate you guys. Again, sorry for taking the week off. Appreciate you guys respecting space and everything and understanding. We'll do a poll for what we should do next week, whether we want to do more people, plants, animals, stat system, etc. We'll do a poll and we'll talk about what you guys want to talk about next week. So we'll do that. Keep an eye out on our TikTok and YouTube shorts. We are publishing stuff up on there now, hopefully every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, roughly 8 p.m. British time.
Yeah,
I need to put the one out on
idea.
YouTube today, because again, it didn't go through, but that's fine. So do that. That'd be really cool. We're gonna have a whole bunch of like recorded voice stuff, some short stories, some short like little bits. Effect is, I'm not gonna lie, I feel sorry for Effect. I did send him like 20 voice clip document things from different things and different people, mostly from me, but also from other people to
I
edit.
finished 7.
Man is on point. Okay, send those to me so I can edit them down. But
Will do. Don't worry.
yeah, so keep an eye out, guys. As always, if you have any ideas between now and the next stream, please don't just hold on to them or forget them. Put them down. Put them in the World of Colabria Discord channel. Because that would be amazing, and then we can talk about them next stream, or we'll have a discussion with you in that chat. Like, we are, believe it or not, we do exist between Fridays.
Sometimes.
I mean, sometimes. But yeah, so now everyone's like, play League? Okay, maybe. I'll think about it. But yeah, I
I
hope
don't
everyone's had a good week. Effect is like, I don't hate myself that much yet.
I don't.
I hope you guys have an awesome week. Until next time, we will see you next Friday. Hopefully normal time. We're really bad at sticking to times, but it should be like, 8:30-ish British time. And in the meantime, yeah, let us know if you have any ideas, message us, say whatever you like. Stay
Absolutely.
safe. Follow
Follow us on our socials.
That thing people say, are we professional
Yeah.
streamers yet? No, we do have an
Yeah.
exclamation mark TikTok and an exclamation mark YouTube, I believe. Set up?
We do.
I don't know if we have the YouTube one set up yet, but we do have the TikTok one set up. So there we go. Oh my god, I actually set them up. Holy shit, go me.
Discord as well.
I'm professional, guys. And yeah, like, don't forget, guys, we have that 500 follower thing. If you guys can get us to 500 followers, we will do an 8-hour stream going over loads of content. We might even bring some people in to help us, like, not go stir crazy. We'll organize a whole big thing. It'll be really well planned. We'll do a whole bunch of stuff. 8-hour stream, not including break times. There will be pause for breaks. So try and get some more people to come over and follow if you want to see that happen.
Yeah,
But
we'll
if
just
not,
hang
you know.
out. We'll do some reading maybe as well, like throughout it.
We'll do some live
Um,
reads of some stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
absolutely.
Get some voice stuff done. You guys can influence it a little bit as well.
Absolutely.
We'll have some fun with it. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. If you guys can get us to 500 followers, share with your friends, that'd be great. Love you guys. And on that note, we shall see you guys next week. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.